Welcome back to the show, everybody. Today we're going to be cooking focaccia. And now this is not a Middle Eastern dish that represents a version of focaccia, but I know there is one. I'm going to have to ask my mother about the recipe. I'm not entirely sure how to do it. But today we're going to be cooking the classic American focaccia. Now there's a variety of ways of doing this. You can use a stand mixer, like how I have it here. And this mix was in the stand mixer. You can also use your hand, and you can also use this one more type of tool. On top of my head, I can't think about it right now, so I'm not entirely sure. Oh, a whisk. That whisk for flour. Unfortunately, I don't have that, so it's gonna be hand instead. So I already mixed it on the stand mixer, and it works quite well already. This is an overnight version that is ready to be baked, but we're going to show you guys the first step. We're going to skip the first rise, or we're going to show you exactly how to do it, which is like 15 minutes and you should be ready. But this one is ready to be put in the oven and cook the focaccia. Unfortunately, it takes like 30 minutes, so it takes a while to finish, but I have all the ingredients and instruction in the description. But we're going to show you guys exactly how to do it. So if you're busy, can't listen, you can read the description. Alright, I got my flour right here, and it calls for 4 cups of flour. This is bread flour to be precise. Now my mom makes a different version of focaccia bread, but I don't know how to call it in English exactly. But it's not really a focaccia bread. It's more like a pastry type. So stay tuned for that. It's a lot of work. I don't want to do it, but we're going to show you guys exactly how to do it. But for now, let's mix all the ingredients in here. 4 cups of flour. 1, 2, 3. Now remember, this will be a sticky dough, so it's going to be very watery and very runny, but it's part of making the focaccia. 2 to 3 tablespoons of salt. 2 tablespoons of dry active yeast or active yeast. I'm gonna put 4, 2 dry active, and then 2 active yeast. I want this thing to be bubbly. Now 2 cups of water. 1 cup need to be warm or hot, and 1 cup cold. So I'm going to use my tap water. I have it set to hottest setting. I'm just going to grab the hot water from there. A little bit more. Because we put too much active yeast. Now since this thing is sticky, I'm sorry boys and girls, I'm going to use my stand mixer instead. It's very sticky, so it takes a while. So we're just gonna let it do its thing for like 3 to 5 minutes, and it should be ready to go. I'm setting 3, by the way. Alright, our dough is finally mixed. Now, this thing is very sticky, so it will stick to your hand. You won't be able to get rid of it. The best way to deal with this, put your hand with water or olive oil. But the thing is, olive oil is very expensive, so I highly advise you not to do that. Just use water instead. Alright, I'm gonna leave my tap running. The dough is already very elastic, but it still breaks apart. So let's give it a couple of folds. Need more water. 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 All right. Now we're gonna let it rise for 15 to an hour because we added some dry active yeast. so the active yeast is going to be activating quite well and a lot faster, because there's a lot of dry active yeast and active yeast as well mixed together. But for the ingredients, it called out for only 2 tablespoons of dry active yeast and let the dough rise for 2 hours. So this one, we're going to be working on it in an increment of 15 minutes because we have a lot of dry active yeast in it already. So we're going to be folding it 15 minutes, folding it again, 15 minutes, folding it again, and it should be ready to be cooked in the oven. So we'll be right back with this one. In the meantime, we're gonna cook our fermented focaccia overnight in the oven. So I let it sit inside this pan. This is not an ideal place to leave it at, but this is exactly where I left it at. And we're gonna cook it in the small one instead. Same as the wet dough. Wet your hand as you go. And grab the dough itself. Is already sticking. It's very elastic. But in this state, you do not want to fold it like that. You want to fold it the other way. And grab it again. Stretch it out. Drop it down. And go the other side. Stretch it out. Drop it back down. And rinse and repeat. Stretch it out. Drop it back down. And it should be ready. It's very heavy and it's very heavy. Leave it alone and let it rise. It's gonna stretch out by itself and it should be ready to be cooked. Our dough is finally stretched out, but not fully. So we're gonna go into it with our fingers and we press all the way down to the pan. We're going to be cooking it for 30 minutes, and don't forget to drizzle it with olive oil, and that's what gives it the nice golden brown. Alright, I think I overdid it, but hey, this is focaccia. It's my first time making it. What can go wrong? Now I like mine to have some garlic, so we're going to be stuffing it in. Alright, 30 minutes starting now. Now earlier I added the parchment paper, only a partial of it. The idea behind it was to be able to release it from the pan before we put it to a wire rack. Oh yeah, wire rack. That's a new language. Before we put it to the wire rack, I'm not going to continue trying to figure out how to pronounce it. just leave it like that. We're going to grab some napkin because this dish is very oily, so it's going to drip a lot of oil. Matter of fact, let's try something else instead. Alright, let's transfer over. Now we didn't get the bubbles I was looking forward to, but it exploded while I was cooking. Oh yeah, that's a nice crumb. crunch to it. Now we need to let it cool before we serve it, but I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna cut right into it while it's still steaming hot. Ooh, focaccia. Oh yeah. There's that nice crunch to it. We gotta cut as much as we can. With all that crust. Alright, we let the dough ferment for 30 minutes. So now we're gonna go into it. We're gonna start folding it again. Remember, water. Oh yeah, look at that. Very long stretch. So I'm gonna water my hand. We're gonna fold it one more time. Once we've done folding, we're gonna add it to the pan. We're gonna let it sit for another 15 minutes, and then we're gonna cook it. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's focaccia. Now, mine didn't come out exactly how I wanted it to be, but the crust is there. But the way it's supposed to fragment, it didn't fragment quite well as I hope it would be. I think my dry active yeast is probably expired already, so I need to replace it. There's no harm done. Nothing's gonna happen to your gut. I don't advise it. I don't advise you guys to actually eat it. Not ideal. Now my topping is garlic and butter, but it's not butter to be precise. It's olive oil. So the reason why it looks like this creamy taste to it. I wanted to try this American version of a classic focaccia recipe. Unfortunately, like I said, it didn't come out as bubbly, but it did bubble a lot when I was cooking it. Anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next one. I want to enjoy this focaccia with some food. It doesn't really work quite well when I'm talking to you and showing you how to eat it, I guess. It's supposed to be how to cook it. It's not part of the recipe. It's actually very tasty. I'm enjoying it. You guys should too. Anyways, with this failure of dry active yeast problem, I'll catch you guys on the next one. You guys have a good night and enjoy your evening. Peace. Hello, hello, hello.